I'll go full screen. Video feed is getting to Facebook, and we are going live. So yeah, if you guys don't follow, come check us out at Great Lakes Hazard Supply and Facebook, or the Michigan Maker Summit is where I am currently live streaming. Here we are in the Michigan Maker Summit group. What's going on, guys? We are going to do a run through of the Michigan Maker Summit. We're going to talk about the event itself. We're going to talk about the vendors. We're going to talk about the breakouts and kind of everything in between. Just wanted to dive into that with you guys so that this video can be watched after the fact to kind of get some more information on the Michigan Maker Summit. I'm going to change up my view here so you guys can kind of see the website. If you haven't seen the website yet, this is what we got going on here. The Michigan Maker Summit. Design your blueprint, build your foundation, and find your people. That's going to be the overlying theme for the Michigan Maker Summit, is really building that foundation of people to help you with success in your business. Now, whether that success is you learning how to use your hat press, your laser, or other equipment more efficiently, those are the kinds of things we want you to learn there. You're going to have one-on-one time with the companies that sell this stuff so that you can get hands-on and be more confident in what you're doing with your equipment. So that's going to be a big theme there. Design your blueprint, build your foundation, find your people. Saturday the 27th starts at 7 a.m. check-in. There's been some other things out there. It's at 7:30. 7:30 is still fine because it's not going to kick off until a little after 8. But get there at 7, get there early, get checked in, get some coffee, and start that networking, because that's one of the biggest reasons that we're there. We would not be where we are in business right now if it was not for the networking that happened at bigger stuff like that. Let's see. So what makes the Michigan Maker Summit a little bit different is it's going to be real community driven. It's going to be smaller breakouts. There is a larger breakout session during each session, but the smaller ones are very small. They're very intimate. Let's just go over those while we're here. We're going to have Catherine Ewers from Box to Bow, the art of final packaging. If you guys don't know Catherine, you are in for a treat. She is incredible. She's the kindest person I know, and she will show you the tips and tricks. So not only is she going to show you the things that are very effective for final packaging, but she's also got cost in mind. So she's not going to say, "Oh yeah, this box is really great. It costs just as much as your blank does." She's also cost conscious. So she kind of gives you a good ROI, something that helps your packaging look better without kind of increasing your price more than you probably would like. So it's nice that she is conscious of that at the same time. All right, let's see here. Uh, there we go. Hey, Shirley, Hannah, what's up? Larry's here. What's going on? Let me know where you guys are watching from. I appreciate you guys. Carlton, I wish you could make it as well. Stay in the group though, because we definitely want to, have you up to date on the next one when that gets all settled and when that's going to be. So keep your eyes here. Even if you can't make it to this one, there's going to be more news coming for sure. So back into what we were talking about, the Michigan Maker Summit. We're going to have Jay and Travis are going to be talking about designing 3D printed jigs with FreeCAD. It's a little bit of an obstacle finding some software that was free and available for you guys that you could still design some jigs with. You know, it learning CAD is definitely a feat in itself, and I wanted them to find a nice, easy way to teach you guys how to make a simple jig, because we sell all these blanks, but I want you guys to have the tools that you need to be successful, and one of those is making a simple jig. So I'm hoping you can walk out of that breakout with Jay and Travis having learned a little bit about FreeCAD and how you can make a simple jig for some of your blanks. We're going to have Maria. She's going to teach you how to design, engrave, and hat press a patch with XCS and Lightburn. Right now, the plan is we'll probably have Molly in there with Maria. Maria will be going over the XCS side of things, and Molly will be demonstrating the Lightburn side, how to do some of those same things. And I want you guys in this, by the end, I want you in there pressing a hat. I want you in there looking at how to do some of those things. So that you feel more confident walking out of there. You're going to be learning high resolution photo engraving with a fiber laser with Alan Miller. He is a wizard. So I really need to post some of his pictures so you guys can see. When you see what he can do with his fiber laser, it will blow your mind. What's up, Becky? How are you? So definitely, if you have a fiber laser and you want to see some incredible photographs, look up Alan Miller, aka Alan the Maker. You're going to see some crazy stuff there. Another breakout we're going to have Build Your Brand Social Media for Makers by Nick Vespa, aka Build Dad Build. If you have not seen his videos on YouTube, go look him up. Build Dad Build. He is an awesome guy. I've been watching his videos for probably at the very least 5 6 years. He's got a great energy, and he's going to show you how to get in the social media for your business and to be effective. You know, he's got a very successful YouTube channel, and I think he's got some great things to share there. We're going to have high resolution photo engraving using a CO2 laser and light burn with Derek Lee. When you guys see the photographs, I need to share some photographs into the group on what they do on granite. It will blow your mind. It's crazy the spectrums that we have there. You know, we've got Alan Miller showing you how to engrave with a fiber laser. Usually he's engraving on a little business card. And then you've got Derek. He's going to be showing you on a large piece of granite. And both of those photographs, when you see them, you will want to learn the information that they have to share, because your photographs will go from either non-existent to a 10 just by what those guys will teach you. We're also going to have Beyond the Surface depth engraving with XCS with Ben Henry and Jacob Ramiro. This is the not the first Michigan Maker Summit that they've attended. They rocks and stuff were a huge hit last time, so that's why I thought it was something cool. Just because you can literally go out in your yard and find a rock, and Jacob's got a lot of knowledge, so he can actually help you make sure you pick a good rock for laser engraving. That's kind of funny to say. Let's see. Alan's work is crazy. It really is. What's up, Corey, aka Alan the Maker? What's up, Ben? How are you doing? Who else we got here? If you're watching, say hello. What's up, Will? Will's here. Yo, yo. Crazy Laser Dad. Going to be talking about community over competition. Let's talk a little bit more about the facility. It is going to be at Oakfield Baptist Church, and this is a facility that I'm really passionate about. I'm glad we're able to hold the event here because I want to be able to contribute a little bit to their mission and kind of what they do for the community. They've got some amazing sports programs. They have 300 kids in their basketball program and almost 300 kids in their soccer program. And the highlight of these kids' week is the games. For basketball, for example, they kill the lights in the gymnasium. The kids line up and they have a spotlight coming down and they put on like Pistons hype music, and the kids come out like waving, high fiving. The kids are like, "Oh, is it high five day?" And it's such a cool impact on all these kids in the neighborhood and our city that are able to attend their program. So I want to have this opportunity to raise some money for them and donate to the church. So it'll be really cool to hold. My hope is to hold maybe one more summit there so that we can continue to help them grow and contribute to the community here. So that's kind of the location. The hotel, they're not very far apart. So, but they are just slightly different cities. The Oakfield Baptist Church is in Rockford, Michigan, and the hotel is in Greenville, Michigan. And then a restaurant that my hope is to meet up after the summit is the Applewood Kitchen and Bar. I've got a tentative reservation set for 7:30 on Saturday night. There's a room that holds 50 people. I'm hoping some people will be able to stay after and just to socialize and continue to grow you know what we're trying to do there with the summit. Let's see who else is here. Shirley is here. Corey, you bought your first knife blanks from Will a long time ago. Good to see him here. uh, all right, Shirley, it'd be cool someday if you're able to make it over here. It's only like what, 4.5 maybe 5 hours. It would be nice to meet you in person someday. All right, let's see summit sponsors. The way this has come together, guys, I am in complete disbelief. I cannot believe. I feel undeserving, like how this has all come together, the people that came together to make this happen. This is not me. This is not, it's just, it's the community. And this is why I talk about the foundation and that you're building around yourselves. David put it really well. He had a post recently, you know, talking about putting this together in such a short time. It really isn't a short time that I've been putting this together. It's really started with the connections we've been making since we started our laser business, and just continuing to build and grow those relationships. So some of these people that are coming here, it was a quick text message, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm all in. You know, whatever you need." And that's really how this has happened and kind of come together. It's been this amazing group of people that has kind of formed around us and are just now supporting us way more than you could possibly imagine. We've got Daniel Live Pixel. He did our initial round of graphic design. Which Mark kind of added to as we really, it went from 0 to 100 real quick. So Mark really took over the graphic design side of things and made things eh, crazy. Like the stuff. Wait, when you guys see the banner that's going to be up on stage, it nearly brought tears to my eyes seeing that banner together last night. We're gonna have AP Laser. They're right here in Lansing, Michigan. Such an amazing group of people. They've got a very unique laser design, open frame design, so you can slide larger items under your laser. The bottom of your laser bed is not, it like comes out and goes back in. Of course, we've got Creative Cut Supplies. We don't want to talk about David too much. Just kidding. David is the best. Great Lakes Laser Supply, RZ Acrylic. Rob, he is just outside of Michigan. He is just a cool resource for acrylics. We've got Trotec. They're also based right here in Michigan. I did not know that their headquarters was just over on the Detroit side of Michigan. I don't know what city they're in, but they're right there by Detroit. So that was cool to talk to them, and they were right on board to come over to the summit as well. Monarch Pine. If you guys don't know Monarch Pine, you got a problem. But Katie is one of a kind. Hannah is going to be here representing. And I'm blanking on the other person's name who'll be here. I apologize. If anybody knows who that is, throw it in the comments, please. Roy is here. What's up, Roy? Stephanie is here. Stephanie is another one of those people. This morning, I was naughty. I didn't realize it, but I was in the. I posted. I was trying to just cross post into a PDS group, and then I accidentally posted into one specifically for UV Energize. And Stephanie said it wasn't directed at me, but I think that it was. I don't know. This page is just for UV Energize. So I deleted my comment. Stephanie reached out. We chatted for a second in Messenger, and then she said, asked if I wanted to, if I wanted her to post in her group. So she very kindly posted about the Michigan Maker Summit in her group, which is really nice. Hey Shannon, Shannon's got a AP laser. That's awesome. Did we meet at AP LaserCon? What's up, Jacob? Kendall. Oh my gosh, thank you, Hannah. Kendall. I I don't. I need to look at her picture. I need to see a face to help me remember a name. We got Don here with Lens Digital. Don's going to be at the Michigan Maker Summit. Jacob's going to be at the Michigan Maker Summit. It is going to be a good time. I'm going to switch over and hit on the last couple of people here. Monarch Pine, Kendall, and Hannah. X Tool is going to be represented with Jacob and Ben. They're going to be there rocking it out. They have been, is this both of your third Michigan Maker Summit, or is this Jacob's second? I don't recall. I'm trying to think back. I'm sure Ben was at both, but I cannot remember for sure if Jacob was or not. PDS Equipment, this would be their second Michigan Maker Summit. If you don't know Steve, Steve is an awesome resource in our industry. He's always willing to share secrets and things that he's learned in business strategy. I think he's really passionate about, and he's always wanting, if you're going to buy something from Steve, he wants to make sure you've got some sort of business plan in place so that you're going to pay off that piece of equipment. So you'll be back to buy a roll to roll like Jim. Lens Digital is going to be there. Don is going to be demoing several rotaries, including the Pyburn Light, which I'm excited to see in person. And Houston Acrylic is going to be there. And there's one that has not been added to the graphic yet, and that's Eufy. Eufy is going to be there, which is pretty cool. just a great entry level UV printer. For us, we've got the UV coming so that we have something that we can demonstrate our blanks on. We're not in a position where we're doing production UV printing. If we were, we would probably go for a larger unit. But since I just want to be able to show you guys what does UV printing look like on one of our wallets or a belt or something like that. Oh, sorry, no, yeah, demo, Don. I'm sorry, but he'll have the rotaries there for you guys to see and get hands on. But yeah, no, sorry, I didn't mean to say that if I did. What else, guys? We talked about this. We talked about the speakers. Talked about the location. Will and Mark are going to be talking about community over competition. And let's see, what's the other topic that I'm missing? I'm missing something. Oh, discover untapped markets from Tong Lee and Tony Miller. That's what they're going to be talking about there with AP Laser. So those are the topics that they'll be covering. I feel like we have talked about everything else. We talked about sponsors. So if you guys have any specific questions about the Michigan Maker Summit, other things you want to know, what do you guys think for the spring Michigan Maker Summit? We're probably looking at March, but we need to think about spring breaks, Mother's Day, and all those things. I don't know when those are. Who is Don with? Don is with Lens Digital. I think that is everything I wanted to cover, guys. I want the video replay to be able to kind of cover a lot of the topics, so somebody can watch the video and really kind of get up to date. So lunch seems to come up. I need to make sure that that's kind of dominant on the website, that you can tell that lunch is included. We will have snacks provided after the first breakout, and then in between the last breakout and the last session. And we'll have drinks as well. And then see, there's a lot of vendors here. Just in case you did not know, I'm providing dinner for the vendors on Friday evening after setup. Shoot me a message if you have any questions about setup times or any special needs. There's a solid chance we'll have a P2 there that they could use their rotary in. Oh, that's awesome, Jacob. That's good to know. That would be pretty cool. Mother's Day is in May, always around the 10th. Good to know. Can you put that in my calendar? Oh, alcohol, no alcohol. If you guys see my hat, Dexter Cheek made this hat for me. A big thing that we are going to be talking about. I'm going to switch over one more time. A big thing that I'm going to talk about, and it's going to be an underlying theme, is design your blueprint, build your foundation, and find your people. That's going to be something that is we're going to go over a lot. It's something that I'm passionate about, and to be honest, it's a big part of why the Michigan Maker Summit was able to come together, because of all these connections in our community and the people that kind of came around to make it happen. But I think that's everything we talked about. The hotel is just a few minutes down the road, and then the restaurant we're going to be meeting at after the summit. So Saturday night, the summit is over at 5 p.m. sharp, so those vendors can start shutting down. And then at 7:30, so from 5 to 7:30, people could leave. They could go take a little break. They could go do some shopping, and then the plan is to meet at the Applewood Bar and Grill. Amazing restaurant. We've got a room for 50 people there. If you let them know that you're there with the Michigan Maker Summit, you get 10% off your bill. But we are going to then kind of have a dinner with the people that are kind of remaining, and just be able to socialize and continue to grow our foundation of people. So I'm really excited to see you guys. I cannot wait for the Michigan Maker Summit. We are a week away. It is going to be a good time, and we are just it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys don't have any additional questions, I am going to get off. But if you're watching this later on, do me a favor, throw some comments in there, ask some questions so that we can cover those. Let me know we need to if I need to communicate some things better, differently, and when do you want the next Michigan Maker Summit to be? What else do you want to see there? Right now the plan is to probably add CNC on the next one. We will have a desktop CNC on display this time, but we won't have it running. So the goal will be to have one running by the next Michigan Maker Summit. Let me know what other kind of equipment you guys think we should have there. Do we need a sandblaster? Stephanie, Jim, is that something that we need at the next one? Is a sandblaster? Let's see. Who knows? We shall see. You guys have a good night. Make good choices, and we will see you in a week. Thank you all for being a part of our foundation, and have a good night.